Hello, hello, hello. It is time to converse with the mamas. Hey, 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 everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, let me share this app.
Yeah, I'm about to do the same thing. I already gave it a thumbs up. Thanks for coming in. If you're doing the replay, you can hear my voice.
Like my baby say, smash that thumbs up button. Oh, this had okay.
Yep.
We have to do some updates. Oh, I'm hoping everything complete in a minute. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is Converse with the Mamas, and I am your girl Fuga Mama, aka Tasheria. Look, or should I say Tasheria, aka Fuga Mama? Yeah, Tasheria, aka Fuga Mama, and that is Bethany, aka One Busy Mama. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We have this midweek mesh up every week. This week is on my channel. Next week is on. I keep pointing in the wrong direction.
I know.
Mama channel, but I could not let we could not let the month of February go by without talking about Black History Month. So welcome in. Thank you for coming in, hitting that big old thumbs up button. If you haven't already, just go ahead and hit it. Hey, 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 hon. And share if you would like to. We are going to do a little warm up with some trivia because it takes a few minutes for some notifications to go out. But we here on Bethany channel every week, 3 o'clock Wednesday, Central Standard Time. I have to say that 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Okay, so
woo,
we have some trivia to start out with. Okay, let me share the screen so I don't have to read all it and then go on because y'all don't want to see. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that. Okay. So this Black History Trivia quiz is brought to you by AARP. This is, what did they say? For fair use and educational purposes only. Okay. All right. Hey, Alma. Hello, hello. Hey, Angie. Thank you for being here. And we have question number 1. Juneteenth, which became an official federal holiday in 2021, commemorates this. Okay. A, the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the U.S. B, the service of Black troops in the U.S. Army during the Civil War. C, the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that effectively ended separate but equal education. Or D, the signing in law of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. What we have in the chat. Hey, Tyrone. Hey, Uniquely Lavish. Hey, Minister Terrence. Hello, everybody. Here discussing some Black history. As we warm up, we are doing a little bit of trivia. So let us know what you think the answer to the first question is. Oh, don't be trying to Google it or search it. Go with
you guys can put A, B, C, or D, even though it doesn't say. Okay, emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the U.S. That sounded real good to me.
Yeah, that did sound good. It did sound good, but is that the right answer?
I'm not so sure about B. We gotta like, what do they say? Like, rule out the wrong ones automatically.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I definitely don't think it is B.
Oh, D. What is that up with that? Civil Rights Act?
Yeah, Civil Rights Act. No, it definitely wasn't the signing because we were still enslaved in the South way after they signed it.
I know Texas had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Come on. Any guesses?
Come on. What we got? A, B, C, or D, people. A, B, C, or D.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Alan.
go with the first answer I see in the chat. Hey, Alan. Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
They went to go get their drinks, I'm hoping, and their snack.
It's when we found out we were free 5 years later. Is that A, B, C, or D, ma'am?
Yeah, that's not the answer in the options.
Okay.
But thanks for the adjunct.
Okay, yes. And I don't, it's a big exaggerator. We're going to warm up, and I'm sure there's going to be a history lesson somewhere in here. We want to see Mama on the panel here.
Absolutely.
Okay. A, oh, Lord have mercy. A, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4.
She said all of them.
A, okay. French braids.
Yeah, my hair, nobody cares, but my hair was getting greasy, so, you guys already know when you see the braids.
Okay. I believe it is.
There's no choice, all the above. Turner
I
family.
know, right? No. Hello, Crystal. Welcome in. Welcome in.
I'm going to go with A. That's my answer.
That's definitely my answer. Since nobody's putting it in the chat, we're going to go with A. Maybe it worked like I am. Hold on. Correct. Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
Must be that new shampoo.
Next question.
Exactly,
Okay.
6. Exactly.
Okay.
Thanks for
Ooh,
paying
this is gonna be a
attention.
good one. What group launched the Freedom Rides in 1961? A, ACLU, B, SCLC, C, CORE, or D, CNCC.
What does that CORE stand for?
Congress of Radical Equality. Racial Equality. My bad.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Hey, Six Gunner, are you answering A for the first question or this question?
Ooh, this is a good one. All them abbreviations and acronyms and.
Just in case y'all can't see it very well, it's ACLU, which is American Civil Liberties Union, SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, CORE, which is Congress of Racial Equality, or D, SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Okay, we're going with CORE. Okay.
I like CORE.
The first thing I see, I don't even know the answer to this one. Let's see. Yes, come on. Correct. Ding, 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 ding. It says busload of Freedom Riders went from town to town testing local compliance of federal orders to desegregate interstate bus terminals. Boom. All right. Yes. Okay.
You guys are on it.
Yes. Okay. Let me see. All right. This is question number 3. At the time of her historic bus incident, what was Rosa Parks' occupation? A, hospital orderly. B, drugstore clerk. C, high school cafeteria worker. Or D, department store seamstress.
Oh.
Hey, Lavish. Hey.
I feel like I know the answer.
Oh, man.
You said housekeeper. That's not an option.
Hi, Karen. 6-figure gains. Hello. We are discussing Black History Month. And, seamstress. Okay.
I was going to say seamstress.
Which answer did we come up with first? A? Oh, B, I'm guessing. Ooh.
I'm going to go with D, but I don't know. I see a bunch of
I know
answers.
it would seem like she would be a seamstress, right?
I see a bunch.
A bunch of a lot of answers here. C. Okay, we got C. How many would we got all together? C. I will have your questions for the chat. Stay tuned. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. Okay, the first answer I see is we're gonna go with A. Hospital orderly. Oh, y'all, this is a hard one. That's why we got to keep on learning. Let's go. We got 2 right so far too. Let's go with, I think, a high school cafeteria worker.
Her feet were hurting. That's right. You need.
Yep, I think so. Yep, I'm going with C. Let's go. Department store seamstress. Dog diggity doggone. Parks was arrested December 1st, 1955. Goodness gracious, y'all, that wasn't too long ago. 1955, I was born in 76, after refusing to surrender her seat to a white passenger.
Look at it.
Okay, goodness gracious. Okay, yeah.
I know, Arsh.
I know. Wow, I didn't know her. I know.
I had an idea that she was handy, but like I couldn't remember. And then Uniquely said like her feet were hurting.
I know, right?
But that doesn't mean that they had chairs when they were seamstress.
Hey,
and she was walking a lot. You know, the next
bus I know this is not everybody's favorite topic, Black History Month, but yes, let's talk about it. Which of these influential authors became the first African American to win a Nobel Prize for literature?
Oh, boom.
A. Maya Angelou, B. August Wilson, C. Lorraine Hansberry, or D. Toni Morrison.
Okay, so they're all authors.
Mm-hmm.
August Wilson wrote the one that Denzel starred in, but Maya Angelou for sure won. But August Wilson, The Fences.
But was she the first?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure?
Terry Morrison is really good too, but I want to go with Maya.
Okay, let's go.
Did you? But we got
we're gonna get our black card snatched up out of here, okay? Just joking. Morrison, author of Beloved and the Bluest Eye, won the Nobel Prize in 1993. Dang, that was the first author for novels characterized by visionary force and poetic import, life to an essential aspect of American reality. Yeah, they was some good books though. Okay, so let's see. Next question. Okay, y'all, we need some redemption here. We almost halfway through. I know, right? What was a page? Okay. Before he was elected president of the United States, Barack Obama served as a U.S. senator for which Midwestern state? A. Illinois. Yeah. B. Indiana. I always be scared I'm gonna say it wrong. Iowa, or C. Ohio. Oh yeah. What we going with?
Hey, Nikki.
Hey.
Oh, the gray man's here?
The gray man here.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Nikki. I was trying to see which Nikki was here. Find something you love and have fun doing it. That's who I always talk about in the mornings on Scarves and Stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going with Illinois, right?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah, Indiana was the Pence thing.
All right. Okay, here we go. Next question. And come on now. What? Come on, get out of there. Okay, in addition to his influential campaigns to become president of the United States in 1984 and 1988, the Reverend Jesse L. Jackson was known for his leadership roles with which civil rights organization? A. Southern Christian Leadership Conference. B. People United to Save Humanity, Operation Push. C. Rainbow Coalition, or D. All of the above. I thought I knew the answer to that. I saw that all of the above. Oh,
I was going with all of the above. He seemed like he dibbles and dabbles and everything.
I know. Okay, what we going with, chat? Come on now. We got C. We got a lot of C's. We got 2 D's though. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Easy one. We going. I think D. Okay. All right. Rainbow keeping hope alive. Okay, we're going.
Keep hope alive.
Brooklyn music be knowing these answers too, but so does everybody. I don't know. Okay, tell me which one I should pick, Bethany.
Ooh, I was going with D.
Just going with D because I was going with C.
Oh, well, then go with that.
But I don't know though.
Terry.
Could be. Oh, okay. We're going with D.
Brooklyn.
Because I really wanted to be okay, but he said is known for his leadership roles with which. And it is plural. So let's go with D. Woo! Yes. Okay. Woo. Okay.
Oh, can anybody in the chat tell me what the L in Jesse Jackson's name stands for? I already Googled it. So.
Ooh. I
And
don't
for a
even know.
bonus, tell me what his real last name is.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. It says starting with his participation in a sit-in in his hometown in Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, wow. In July 1960, Jackson was has dedicated his life to civil rights activism through several organizations. That's
what I said. I thought the man was in everything.
Yeah. In 1960. Oh, did we get an answer for that?
Not yet.
Okay. Woo woo.
Leroy.
Okay. Hey, Raymond. Welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. It says in 1960, 4 African American college students staged a sit-in that helped integrate this store's lunch counter. Ooh, I remember this.
Dang, I know this one.
A. Woolworths, B. W.T. Grant, C. G.C. Murray, or D. S.S. whatever that is. I think I know it. I think I know it. Ooh, I'm getting nervous. I feel like I should know it. Hey, Legendary Beauty. Hey, Tiffany. Hey.
Not Leon.
Okay. Oh, we got Brooklyn says, "Hey, that's what I thought too. That's what I think
too." Like
okay,
it seemed
we got
obvious.
2 A's. Let's go with A, y'all. Yes, I knew it. I knew that one. Okay, I don't know how I knew it, but I did.
know none of them 3 places. So
free work. We finna get a history lesson coming on. In 1968, she became the first African American woman elected to Congress. A. Barbara Jordan.
Oh, I know it.
Ooh, I thought I knew the answer till I started seeing the answers. B. Maxine Waters. C. Shirley Chisholm. C. D. Carol Moseley Burnham. Moseley. Oh, I remember.
Shirley Chisholm, for sure. For sure. That's what I'm saying, Brooklyn.
For sure?
Yeah.
He said all right. Good. Sure. I'm so proud of us. Look, I'm claiming this one. Yes. Chisholm represented the 12th District of New York in the House of Representatives from 1969 to 1983. Though she was unsuccessful in her campaign to become the Democratic Party's 1972 presidential nominee, her unbought and unbossed slogan, I like that, has influenced Black leaders for decades since then. All right. Yes. All right. Next, is this the last question? I think this. Oh, we got 2 more questions. This is 2 more questions. Members of what labor union helped to build the nation's Black middle class and civil rights movement? A. Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters. B. American Federal of Teachers. C. Communications Workers of America, or D. International Ladies Garment Workers Union. Hey, Scratch and Pete, thank you for being here.
I'm gonna go with D, and I actually heard a story about that one. That's why I'm going by that one.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can tell
B
us.
doesn't even make sense.
I know. Okay, we got more than D. You say B. Okay, all right. We're going with D. D.
C or D?
Incorrect. Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters. What? Thousands of Pullman porters created the first labor union for African Americans and exemplified the possibility of upward mobility for Blacks. Interesting. Okay, you come here, you learn something. What?
All right, we're gonna learn about it too, because I never heard of it.
Yes, what's Tiffany say? Get things done. Yes, we do. Okay. Dang. This is the last question, y'all. Who was elected chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in 1966. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Charles B. Cobb Jr. I should have took the quiz before, so I know all the answers.
Oh my
Stokely
gosh.
Carmichael, C. John Lewis, or D. Bobby Seale.
Jeez.
Who was elected chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in 1966? Ooh.
Oh, is that John Lewis? I'm going with John Lewis.
Okay,
John
we got
Lewis.
6 says John Lewis too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love to learn too. Learn something new every day.
He was another one.
Keep that mind short. We're going with C, y'all. John Lewis. Come on. Doggone it. Stokely Carmichael. Carmichael replaced John. He replaced John Lewis and began advocating Black Power. How is that incorrect?
Stokely Carmichael.
Oh, okay. So he would have been like the first one. Okay, John Lewis might have been the first. Okay.
Oh, snaps. Carmichael kind of looks like a Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, look. Oh, yeah. We got a 60%. Oh my goodness, y'all.
Wow.
Okay, it's well, it is what it is. The emancipation of enslaved African Americans. Correct, emancipation. Okay, good. All right, well, we're not gonna go all back through.
Thank you, Nikki.
Kind of read all the questions. Yeah, we just wanted, I keep saying but it is really a collective effort. Wanted to come in and talk about Black History Month because it is Black History Month. It may not be the most popular conversation because so many people kind of pull up stuff from the past when Morgan Freeman said this is what's holding us back, this, that, and the third. We want to act like race does not exist, but let me tell you something. It's 19. Oh Lord, it is 2022 and racial inequality still exists. However, we gotta make love greater than all of this hatred and foolishness that we face each and every day. Let me take off my jacket. I done got warm. Lord have mercy. I start, when I start rocking. It's a done deal. Okay. Love can conquer all. And people say, there's no such thing as white privilege. That's a lie. And let me tell you something. Just because there is a such thing as white privilege doesn't mean that there are not good white people, just as like there is good anything else. But okay, we have to see that come out. And so we're going to talk a little bit about why Black History Month is important. I love everybody, unless you do something personal. To me, I feel like, in order to really change the world, we all got to work together. Even back in the day, some of the strides that Black people were able to make was because of uniting with wholesome people who really believed in equality. Some people say, hey, integration was the death of Black strides, but everything is it's a personal opinion. So let's talk about the facts. One busy mama, what you got for us?
Well, I was saying some great stuff in the chat, but I basically said hurt people also hurt people, and we need to stop the cycle.
Yes.
We need to learn to unlearn terrible stories and learn how to be the best that we can be. I didn't finish that. Right, Alan. We need to help each other, because this whole creating differences is what's supposed to make us excellent. It's what's supposed to make us unique. It's what's supposed to make us, wanted, loved, and, because you're different, not because you look different or you talk different or your skin color is different or your hair texture is different, because we're all different in every single way. I mean, there's variations of every single color, and defining somebody solely based on the color that is presented in front of you has no real basis. And it's really antiquated. Like when you think about the ignorance that gets perpetuated in typically this society, because it has been the longest standing racially divided country in all of history. I mean, most countries did have some form of classes or slavery. I mean, even if we talk about the Egyptians, they recruited the Jews or the Hebrews at the time to help build the civilization around them. Right, Alan, and it still happens today. We're just very stuck in the clouds because we have so many things distracting us from the truth that's really out there. There will be all sorts of different colors up, and there's all different colors here. Hey, King. And if we just learn to see past that, as kids do, kids don't even understand that. Dogs, cats, birds, no other creature does that. So why would we? You know, like when you, for example, when you buy a dog, and let's say you got 3, 4 of them, or cats for the cat lovers out there, and you don't just buy the same exact looking cat or dog, right? You know, it just is weird because you want to have variety. Variety is the spice of life, and that is a real thing. I thought the melting pot was a thing, and I think the first real initial documentation that we have of lies being sewn into words is the melting pot, because as it says on, you know, Statue of Liberty, you know, bring all your whatever the words are, you know, basically we'll take you as you are. And yet they classismed the Italians, classism the Irish, classism, of course, Black people. But if you weren't what they thought was good enough, you were classed, and that's it. I mean, it's happened through history, and it still happens. So we need to teach to be better. Like, honestly, that's the only way to get rid of ignorance is, in the word ignorance, is to ignore. So we also have to ignore those types of behaviors and don't give them credit and, you know, fuel their fire. Spreading love is simply teaching love without color, teaching love without discrimination, teaching love, you know, will, I think, cover a lot of bases, because this generation sees things totally different. They don't know nothing about 1960s, nor do they even care to hear about the 1600s, you know? So the only way we can teach them is to say, hey, this happened. Let's not have it happen again. And that's how you learn, is if you learn the history, you learn that you're not going to do that, right? We wouldn't do that to someone that we care about. So if we learn to love people, it just goes a lot farther than all this hate and animosity, and you really have no basis for it.
And I'm gonna tell you this, dear everybody, stop saying, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna get it all out because I gotta get it out before this month is out. I'm telling you, I gotta speak the truth. When we said Black Lives Matter, yes, but Blue Lives Matter too. We're not talking about blue lives right now. We're talking about Black lives, because we are still under pressure from racism. Okay, don't let that be your reaction when we say Black Lives Matter. And black, oh well, they killing each other. That is not the point. Let me tell you, in any neighborhood, if you live in a neighborhood in which is a concentration of one race, there is going to be black on black crime, white on white crime. I don't know, all the rest of the crime is going to happen against each other. And that's what happens. We have been isolated to certain communities, not hoods, communities. And so therefore the crimes will happen against one another. And that's for any nationality. Okay. I just don't want to bring that out and just let it all out, because I love good cops. I love it. I served in the military, baby. I was willing to lay my life down on the line for this country. And guess what? We don't see none of that. When we put on them green uniforms, baby, it's about life. It's about protecting this country. And people, you know what? When I went to a graduation, an officer graduation, it was people out there protesting and saying that we are killers, when we were really trying to protect the freedoms that they were demonstrating on that corner. Okay, so don't tell me about this. I don't even want to be no melting pot. I want to be like in Canada they say a salad bowl, because we can all live cohesively together and still come out very harmonious in a good bite of everything. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Before we man, you know, it just hurt me so bad, because this foolishness is coming down, you know, to our children, because somebody will look at a child. I was thinking about, you know, as a young child growing up, they'd be like, "Oh, you're so pretty to be a dark girl." I was like, I kept wondering, why I gotta be pretty to be this and that? Why this can't be pretty? And I'm thinking I had it bad. But talking to some of my biracial or light-skinned sisters and brothers, they had it bad too.
Yeah.
I think every group has it to not bad to where they had struggles. Why you look like that? And my son is 7 years old and already experiencing that. That should not be. I should not have to explain why. It was a little girl. He just did a project. We had to do a Black History project about the little girl first segregated, who went to the first non-segregated school. So what's her name? Put it in the chat. Tell me her name.
Oh gosh.
Think of. But anyway, I shouldn't have to sit up and explain to him. And he had an assignment. So he said, he wrote a paper, and I said, now draw what you think, how you think it was, her experience was walking to school the first day. And then he had a first through with just her by herself walking to the school. I said, do you really think that's how it went? And then he came back and drew the picture. He came back with security and the people that were rioting. He said, you know what, Mama, I'm so happy that people were brave enough so we don't have to go through that we have our liberties now. Okay, so let's remember those things, but let's show each other some love, y'all. I don't care what you are. If you see something going down, we see stuff happening all the time, and there's people looking by a recording. We got to be able to say, no, it is not okay. It is not okay, period.
It's not.
And I mean, if I see somebody of any nationality and there's something going wrong, at least cause for some help if you're not brave enough to step in between, because sometimes you don't want to step in between.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to let one business, because I done got passionate about that, because that's one of the things I've been wanting to unleash. Because it's just so, and you know, we still people say, you know, you're still getting paid less, women, and then if you're Black and you're a woman, you definitely got some things on you. But you know what, we're not giving up. Not giving up, baby. This is still the best place to be on the planet. All right, let me go. Let me mute myself, because y'all know I love people, and that's all about, you know, saying come together.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. Pass the jars. Yeah, pass the plate, pass everything. It is really all about re-educating. And you have people that, for whatever reason, don't want the story to be told, which is even weirder when you think about it, because aren't those the same people that say, oh, but that happened so long ago? You know, it doesn't matter. You guys are still talking about the fake Christopher Columbus story. So why can't we talk about the real stories? And as I've said, there's always 3 stories, 3 versions, and one of them is the truth. So we've already heard one side of the story, and killing off the people doesn't make that version of the story go away. And these are lessons that this country really has to learn, because you don't get away with just putting little kids in cages. That's another problem. Why is that child not important or human enough to just not be put in a cage? Like, you wouldn't do that ever to any other child. It doesn't matter where they came from. Love is love. And it happened a long time ago, but we need to remember the past. Right. Boom. Don't know.
Thank you for the subject. And y'all know what? We didn't really want to talk about it because we didn't want to raise nothing, no red flags or hurt nobody feelings or do all this. But it's not about nothing saying pointing no fingers or taking no blame or being upset. It's about, hey, you know why Black History Month is important still is because it is designed to recognize the accomplishments of Black people that have contributed to this country and making it what it is. Because all we hear about is Harriet Tubman, Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, the famous five,
The famous five.
Yeah, and I'm saying, and then people say, oh, just get over it. Just get over it. No, you have to understand. I didn't even realize this. I was we've been researching Black people around here, and I didn't even know Booker T. Washington. He made up his name. He wasn't the only person that made up his name. Heck, when your culture, your heritage has stripped from you, I don't even know who I know my grandparents, but then after that, I don't really know. Okay, when that is taken away from you, you don't know where you come from, and you starting over and trying to build a foundation. It becomes a barrier of having something to identify with. So I'm just saying that I'm very passionate about that. That's why I say, and then they want to say, hey, all this DNA and ancestry stuff is fake. You know what? It probably is. I've been doing some research. It probably is, but I feel like I'm Ghanaian. I'm saying that's what I am. I can't get over it. Yes, he keep pushing the issue until we reach equality. Yes. And you know what? That's why I say, even back then, it took people uniting of all races in order to make a difference. Together we stand, divided we fall. Yes. Okay, go ahead, one business.
But just getting over it doesn't change anything. Like, you're not being held accountable. You're not being held to a standard. And personally, I think that when you ignore a truth or ignore a history, it is going to come and bite you back, because Germany decided that they were going to teach about the Nazis. They were going to teach about Auschwitz and the Holocaust, so that their generations did not repeat the same behaviors. It is just logic. And when people scheme and deceive and try to throw amendments and all kinds of constitutional adjuncts and little segments so that history cannot be taught, you're avoiding it. It's going to come back triplefold, because now people are like, wait, what? Wait a minute. And there's I think it's 20 something states that have already passed some sort of legislation to remove things from history. And if you're not bothered by it, why would you want to change it? I mean, the country can still be great when you learn from the horrible tragedies and genocides. I mean, we rush as a country to go defend another country that we can't even figure out the root cause and get into it, have the discussion, have the acceptance. Okay, there was a bunch of people that effed this up big time. So rewrite the Constitution, rewrite the amendments so that they are for everybody. That's simple. That's simple to do, but they just don't want to do it. But take away your ability to have health care, they're going to do that. This is why everybody needs to pay attention. It's not just one subject. It's not just one Black History Month, which I'm sure there's tons of people sweating so that it, come February 28th, we don't have to talk about this anymore. But it should be all year. A lot of contributions have been made by Black Americans that never got recognition, that were treated like they were idiots just for having a different skin color. But they were neurologists, they were cardiac surgeons, they were inventors of lots of things, not just the peanut thing and, the Grover Washington and things like that, of course, you're just going to learn, like you said, the Fab Five. There's tons of history that gets washed away. And we should learn about all of it. Let's learn about all the contributions that people of all different colors have made to this country. You can't just take the good and then throw away, you know, the bad part just because you don't want. It's like you telling a story and you're like, oh yeah, me and my buddy back in the day, we did X, Y, and Z, and yeah, nothing happened. That's it. You know, story's over just because you want it to be over. You can't claim the goodness and then just get rid of the rest of it because nobody's there to tell their version of the story. Because you chose to hold people, and I don't want to say down, but you held them back from not being able to learn. And the ones that did learn, they were abused even more. You know, did they get their patent? Did that family get all the money, just like Thomas Edison for stealing an idea and creating a light bulb? We all learned about that lie, but it is a lie. I'll throw that one out there. There's lots of it happening in history. And if we don't unite on something so simple as we are just one people, it's going to create even more chaos. And you have to have a foundation that is built on something that's strong. And the only thing that's strong is love.
That part.
So
love.
Hate crumbles everything. Hate ruins things. Hate ages you. Hate, you know, dissolves things, clear out the sky. It's so, you've seen it in history when 9/11 happened. Everybody was all American then, right? It didn't matter what color people were on the building, on the plane. We came together for that purpose, you know? And then people just have horrible memories and they're like, oh, okay, never mind. You know, build a monument over it. Everybody will forget. And then it'll say never forgotten, right? But the people move on with their lives instead of continuing to uphold, right? Boston strong too. Same thing. Same thing. It's like for that 1 minute, 1 second, you know, everybody's united and then they carry on with the rest of their day as if nothing happened. And that's why we become the easiest targets because we're not united and everybody can see that from afar. They can see like, oh, and all the people that have all these arguments on Facebook, Twitter, all that, most of the arguments are started by bots. So imagine you're having this whole destructive argument about nonsense with a robot, you know, just so that they can eat you alive because it's easy to do. And that's what we keep doing instead of coming together and it's just words, but you actually have to do the work to say, come together as a community. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I'm not going to help that brother out because, you know, whatever. I don't like his hairstyle or I don't like where he lives or I don't like what he does for a living. All that is extra. Like, you don't even need to know all of that. You just need to know there's a human that needs your help. That's it.
And so I was wanting to reiterate this. Excuse me. If we just know that there are forces that want to keep us separated one way or another. If it's not race, it's going to be religion. If it's not religion, it's going to be a gender war. It's going to be this. It is people out there that don't want us to unite because that allows. What I want to say to Sherry, say it appropriately. There is just a desire for some people to keep people separated because there would become equality and there wouldn't be this disparity between the very wealthy and the poor. Okay, but this is the thing. Just like in Canada, where everybody has healthcare, and other countries where everybody has healthcare, why is it that in this country everybody doesn't have healthcare? Because that would mean what? Oh, wow.
Right.
That would mean what? That everybody would be on an equal playing field. And
right.
They don't
even
want that.
Even that, it to me is so old. It's so ancient. Like you see smaller countries doing this, you know, and I hate to sound like a Bernie Sanders, but it really looks ridiculous when the largest country, so they say the best country in the world, and we don't want to do that collectively because that means everybody would be healthy, everybody would be on the same standard of living, and they create the poor progress.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at the financial market, I'm just going to say this real quick, but if you look at the financial market when it comes to real estate, it is who can have and who is never going to have, ever. And that is where they create divides all the time. And they don't care who gets affected. So when you have people like that in power, who they don't see people, they just see dollar signs. We are doomed. Nothing good can happen out of that.
Yes. And that's why we have to come together, y'all. I don't know what steps we can take, but look at the education system. It should not be so just outlandish that some children don't have the same advantages as other children. Okay, but they keep these lines, these division lines. They keep we have this what is this system called in the electoral college. So you know people discouraging people about going to vote because okay, no matter what I vote, you got the electoral college is going to override everything.
Yeah.
Okay, but we got to come together, get on these school boards. One busy mama, you know, live like she ain't even in my community, but get on the school boards, go to the school board meeting. It's online, you can see it, know what's going on. We got to fight for us, everybody, not just a specific segment that will always be elite. Okay, but y'all, hey Edward, and we're gonna start wrapping it up. But if anybody would like to come up and say a word, I
would like to just propose an idea that, because I really am going to get on this Board of Education, but I think we can still have states, but I think we need to have national laws. We need to have national standards. We need to have domestic standards, because you just cross a border and the education system is completely different. I mean, I feel like my kids are very lucky. I'm very knowledgeable, but I went to school in New England, and there is a difference. Let's say if you live in the hood in Connecticut versus you live in a really nice area, because it's all based off of taxes, which is another thing. But you know, people usually move to the nicer area so that you can get all the good stuff, the school buses and the libraries and all that great goody stuff. But I would really appreciate your opinions, Mama. How do you feel about the fact an accused murderer is in high school while on bail waiting for trial? Is in high school? I think that's what she said. Really? I have a problem with that. Inequality is rampant throughout this country, and it was MLK that said, you know, if there's injustice somewhere, is an injustice everywhere, or something like that. Paraphrasing. And we really need to be activists in our own community. I mean, it's not just somebody will handle it. Oh, there's a bunch of moms already on the board of it. You don't know what their thought processes are. And it starts locally. If you change the dynamics in your community, you start to change the dynamics. It's a ripple effect that happens across. So I know everybody has something that irks them, bothers them, that they want to change. Go do it. Make the change. Create a group to create change. It's easier now where you have platforms that you can just jump online, have a Zoom meeting and get together and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, East 17 and Mount Hope High School in Bristol, Rhode Island. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I'm going to have to look that up, Tiffany. But we need to be mindful. Like, it's not just that person's problem because they have kids in school and you're not worried about it because you don't have kids in school now, ever, or at this moment, never having kids. It's still an educational problem. They're not even learning like regular stuff. I mean, I know there's some moms out there that can feel me. Like the way that they do things is just so backwards. Like, we learned how to do stuff simpler than the way that they're being taught. So just imagine all the other stuff that gets left out and is being taught ignorantly, you know, with one agenda. Because if you don't know, you can't do better. And that's really the point. And we all should know better. And if you haven't learned something today, which is usually the goal of the Converse with the Mama, sometimes we just have fun. Sometimes we're talking serious topics like now. But it's a discussion. It's not meant to ridicule, accuse, demoralize anybody. Maybe you did learn something. I know I did. And you can take that and teach the next person, you know, like, hey, did you know X, Y, and Z? Not just in February either. I'm going to check it out, Tiffany. But if you enjoy these discussions or you want a topic to talk about, it's not, usually we stay away from like religion and politics and things like that. But sometimes we need a good religion, you know, we need a good foundation. It doesn't even have to be religious. It can be spiritual. It can be uplifting, positive, motivating. Because we all need that at some point in our life. I don't know what's going on with everybody in their day-to-day behind the scene, and you're here for an hour. That could be a relief for so many people, you know?
But a lot of times we don't want to talk about it because we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And just like Crystal was saying with mental health, nobody wants to talk about it. And then it was taboo for people to get help when there's people suffering. And I don't like talking about religion and all that different kind of stuff because it's a personal choice. However, we can have a respectful adult conversation about topics without offending one another. Because like I said, if we don't talk about it, it's going to make it seem as though everything is good, everything is hunky-dory. But the simple fact remains that just not talking about it doesn't mean that the issues don't still exist.
Right.
Period.
Right. And we're not trying to be, you know, I mean, if you're just coming in and you're hearing the tail end of this thing, we're not aiming to pull people to one side or the other. We love to learn here. So we're teaching and learning and educating in the right way. And it's not a non-biased platform. So I love that you guys are in the chat contributing. I'm sorry, I'm getting all tongue-tied. You get amplified, and then I can't, you know, get my words together. Our law is written backwards. It's made for the groups of people who wrote the laws, Nikki, and those people have long gone. So we need to laws that actually apply.
But you know what? Our justice system isn't just. The police were formulated to collect slaves. So nothing has ever been built for us. Okay, so people think, oh, they're here to protect and serve. But really, who are you protecting? Who are you serving? But like I said, I am a perpetual, how you say it? But anyway, I'm all for, and look, start just using another word. I am all for, what do they call it? Demonetizing the police. Nah, that's something I want to be in, because when I need them, I want them to be here, whatever. But the simple fact, I want everybody to be made aware. When you run up on someone who is having a mental breakdown, what do? It's not just about how you interact. Y'all see it on these news stations and everything, that 9 times out of 10, if they are arresting somebody, a person of color, which we all a person of color, they're going to have a different treatment than a person that is not. So that type of stuff has got to stop. And all of us got to stand up for that.
And that's education. That's really education. I say, and this is not really like, it's not going to happen the way that I'm saying it, but I say kick them all off. And if you're not willing to re-educate, reform the system, then clearly you're not part of the job, because nurses have to be trained.
Got to stop.
Nurses have to be trained constantly. Doctors have to be trained constantly. Teachers have to be trained constantly. The
Corporate
system
America,
is always
we go
changing.
through this sensitivity training every year. Why isn't the same stuff happening?
Yeah, but they don't. So, I mean, we have to change something, one thing at a time. And I'm all for having police. I mean, every country you go to, there's police, but you got to have a system that works for everybody. And let's get rid of the corrupt ones.
Get rid of them. And yes, and I think that they need to be some mental health testing. They see if you on fire, get some help. But they don't want to do that, or they don't want to go to these type of therapies, because that means that they sitting on the bench for a minute. Yesterday I heard about some lady at a basketball game punching the referee, little kids and everybody. It is some people out here that are not stable in the head. Okay, if you need help, get help. I'm telling you,
Yes.
I believe in prayer 100% wholeheartedly, and there's a negative stigma between still to this day in 2022 of getting mental health help.
Yep, we got to change it.
All of that is necessary, exactly. But like
Yep.
I said, the only thing that is going to change it is for us to get and stay united. I don't care if you're white, purple, green, blue. We got to get together and come up with a plan. Everybody have agendas, but what is ours as a people, not just black, white, Latino, whatever the case may be. We need to come up and say, this is what I want, because our leadership is all about them cho-chos, okay? Cho-chos. Okay, there's no way in 2022 that healthcare shouldn't be available for all. Oh, well, we made some strides with affordable healthcare, but what is affordable?
Right. Okay? When you have
nothing from nothing leaves nothing. If you have no money, ain't nothing affordable.
Right. Affordable, the whole word is condemned, because affordable to you is different to affordable for me. And
but if they can keep you sick, they can keep you dependent on them.
Right. I'm telling you, you got to change one thing at a time. And everybody, like you said, everybody has an agenda. Look at the if you haven't heard about it, but the school board in California, where they voted out 3 members, boom, clear as day, because they were talking about changing the school names instead of getting these kids back into the school, because they're still online learning. So they said, you know what, your focus is not even on what is happening right now. Get out of here. And that's what we need to do. Taxpayers, we pay for these people to have a job. They have the best health care. They get a nice cushy salary, driving around in nice cars, staying in nice hotels, living lavish, while we're still hustling. So if you're okay with gambling your money like that, then okay. But I doubt a lot of people would like to just throw their money away.
No. Okay. So in conclusion, because we have a couple minutes, we like to stay on time, be on time. Go ahead, One Busy Mama. You want to close out? I watch my friend lay there.
There's so many things that are happening. Thank you forever, Sade. The only division is good and evil, and that's what I was getting to the point. So I'm gonna close with that. The only thing that can rectify and change and just turn all of this around is starting with the foundation of love. That's the only thing, because everybody knows what love is. Everybody understands that feeling. And when you come from a place of love and nurturing and kindness and goodness, all these things that have gone to the wayside and are not being taught, we need to get that back. Somehow, we need to start talking to people with love and with kindness. And when you talk to somebody like that, after a while, they can't, just think about like an angry little dog. You're whispering nice things to the dog. Eventually, he's going to stop growling, So we have to stop biting each other's heads off for dumb stuff and come together on the things that we do agree on. Let go of the other garbage. You don't have to agree on every single thing. But what you have to agree on is loving each other, because otherwise we will be doomed. So I know we can all turn it around. That's possible. It's been done. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
No, it's okay. Good. Exactly. So like I said, for me, it's about love, because like I said, when we come together as a people versus this race, this nationality, I don't want to be called black. We don't went from black, African American, colored, Negro to everything else. It's all about trying to separate us from one another. And then the next thing is going to be is religion, and then wealth. But that's going to be the last thing is wealth, because that's what it's really all about. So together we stand, divided we fall. I don't want to support this person because they coming up, or I don't want to support this person because this, that, and the other. No,
Mm-hmm.
we support it all, and love is the answer. Not, I don't care what religion you are. Say that there's just a lot. I've heard a lot in the recent days about, oh, this is demonic. Whenever you start trying to empower yourself and not depend on other people, this is demonic. Meditation is demonic. Yoga is demonic. How is exercise demonic? Oh, this is because they chant. That is somebody's religion. Respect that.
Yeah.
Respect that. If you exercise, stretch, yoga is stretching. Without all of the anything else, it is stretching. So respect somebody else's religion just like you would want somebody to respect yours. Put some respect on everybody's name, and we can end all of this. We can end all of that. Okay, walk up to somebody, say good morning, be kind. It don't cost a thing to be kind to somebody. Period. So, in conclusion, get involved in your neighborhoods, help your neighbor out if you can, and that is a start of making change. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close it out. Thank you for being here on this segment of Converse with the Mamas. Yeah. They're trying to demonize yoga. And then even the Bible says meditate on the word. Now, like I say, like they say, it may be some people out there with wicked intentions or maybe utilizing stuff for those type of purposes, but know your heart and then try to continue to work on making yourself a better person. How, when stress comes, how can you handle that? So you don't, go click, clack, boom on somebody.
Right.
All right. I love this affirmation. I am powerful, rooted, and strong. Stay rooted in your beliefs and stay rooted together. Now, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Yes. Okay. All right. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Oh, thank you.